Recording in progress.
Hi, I'm going to be doing the second recording of the day, anchoring in the divine masculine frequencies. So, I've just done a recording with the more pinky coloured crystals, such as your rose quartz, and I got called to do a, recording linking in with the more bluey and sort of darker coloured crystals. And yeah, bringing in anchoring in the divine masculine frequencies. And I made this pendant this morning. I've had this little stone. It was sold to me as an Afghanite from Will Austin, and then I put it together with these beads this morning, tetrahertz, and then there's some really pale rose quartz in there as well. Sort of, I guess, balancing. I got told to put the rose quartz with it, and actually, I'm really pleased. It does seem to balance the tetrahertz. I made a necklace. I sold one of my a red apatite dragon. Just looking at my necklaces, I sold a red apatite dragon quite recently um, to a colleague, friend, client who works a lot with dragons. I always call him the Dragon Master. And I made him a tetrahertz pendant, and it worked really well. I hope he's pleased with it. I liked it with the dragon. It felt right to go to a man, but I quite like the balance here with a little bit of rose quartz and a sort of softer energy for the feminine. Anyway, it was again interesting. As soon as I put on these items, so the bracelet. Oh yeah, and I've got this. It's a tourmalated quartz. You can just about see the sort of some of the black tourmaline bits in there. Let's put those down. And then this bracelet. I'm not sure. It might be how dyed howlite. Really not sure what the stone is. I assume hematite, the round beads, and it's. I'm not sure. They're probably dyed sort of black. I'm really not sure. Anyway, been wearing these, and I did feel stronger. I've always considered myself relatively masculine in what I bring forward. Quite strong, grounded, protective, but boundaries. Boundaries are always tested. As a healer, you do get a lot of people kind of trying to push their limits, which is fine. You know, and it's a choice then, isn't it? Sort of how much you give. But yes, had a male client a couple of days ago. He booked in for 3 sessions, and I gave him a discount for booking 3 sessions to deal with his issue. And he came across extremely enthusiastic and friendly, and was sort of chatting about crystals. And he appeared a nice fellow, and then all of a sudden, it's sort of because I was holding my boundaries. Because he said, "Oh, can you just do this? Can you just do that?" And I said, trust in the process. We'll connect again, sort of for the next session. And he then messaged me saying, "Can he have the money back, sort of, or bar for the one session?" So I did, and I just sent him the money back. That's absolutely fine. But it felt like he was pushing my boundaries. This is what I'm trying to say. But it felt right to me, just to kind of like, no, just respect his decision. It's his choice. So yeah, gave him his money back, and sort of haven't connected him for the 3 sessions. I've just done the one. Again, that's his choice. Anyway, boundary setting. Yeah, it feels like hopefully this will help me with boundary setting. But there's anything that can be feel like it's sort of divine masculine frequency. As I say, the strength, protection, organisation. That kind of springs to mind. But there may well be others that are shown. At some point during this recording, I'm hoping these crystals shout up and present as well. I will include a photo of all the crystals that shouted to be part of this, but some of them are huge, massive 3-4 kilogram dragon, for example, sunstone. But yeah, these smaller ones are a little bit more manageable to kind of bring here onto the live. So yeah, he's a sodalite, I believe. Yeah, looks like a sodalite. And then this is quite heavy. It's a small sphere, but it's heavy. Hematite sphere. Okay, so I'm hoping they'll kind of show themselves in a bit more detail and be present on the live. Yes, or should I say the recording? Mercy, he's got renas. Okay, so you'll hear the sounding from my voice, anchoring the frequencies, divine masculine frequencies. And it's this dragon straight away. I just kind of heard the words, you know, we support you at different times. And I got this kind of nod, this dragon kind of wink and a nod. Oh yeah, and I forget to say this is suitable for, it doesn't matter if you're male or female. It really doesn't matter. It will support you. Anyway, I'm going to release some anger, suppressed anger. I guess the masculine might be better at releasing the anger generally than the feminine. I might be wrong, but I know I tend to. My husband might say otherwise, but I tend not to get angry. Historically, I used to kind of hold my temper and then explode. You know, somebody could years ago. Not so much now. I do kind of say my piece a little more quickly now. But certainly years ago, people could bully me or belittle me for months, years at a time. When I was thinking back at school, and it just get to the stage where I kind of like, no, I've had enough, and I would snap. Anyway, I'm going to release some suppressed anger. Of course, these codes are going out to everybody. I'm just kind of thinking where it might support me. And I'm hearing bullying words like "you're rubbish," which we can all kind of take on board, can't we? And then it leaves its anger. I'm sure we've all had conversations where kind of someone's been belittling, and then we're kind of, oh, I wish I'd said that. You know, I wish I could have been, wittier in my response, or just responded differently. Mercy. Right, when I release the anger, I'm going to bring through dragon energy, and again it's held by this sodalite, but when the dragons come through, it's usually quite deep, forceful, almost brutal sounding, so don't be surprised. And when I'm releasing, it can make me shake. I've got no idea whether it'll be a literal release. Certainly if I'm doing my lives on Facebook, people and when I'm doing one-to-ones, people will hear me burp and sort of purging in different ways. I don't know whether that will happen, but anyway, I'm going to bring through the dragons, and it'll be quite loud, forceful sounding. Moratese. Belanut pesce camera procura petaste cecuriete. Muratati para procura maravi sicotrikitas. Murakachi cha 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 cha. Marabrica per kitas cho ratu. Mratu. Mratu. Messi barakcha. Burgor tuka. Burgor barakita. Burgor chikaticha. Chu chu chu. Mrrr. Arr. 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 Brr. Allowing you to make more suitable choices. Some of you will feel this is shifting through a progressive release. So please listen to this recording 2 or 3 times if you wish. Merci. And again, releasing other phrases, critical phrases such as you're not listening to me. I mean, even the opposite of that is like, don't talk to me. Just anything that kind of halts your progress. All these releases will help you create a better understanding of self. Merci. Help you refocus on your potential. Help you drift into positive passions. And help you bring a creative response. Bukarikatas, Bukareparekita, Bukashakida, Bukarikita, Bukarichisa, Suchucumbre, Bekashachacheno, Bukariketu, Bukarikito, Bukaritita, Bukaritisa. Mese varekava che vobore kirasu. Arr. Now let's feel some dragon caresses. And the big sunstone that I've got is a massive dragon. Open to offers with the sunstone. I think he's over 3 kilograms. And he's big. Excuse me. Purging. I did warn you. Anyway, dragon love. And I just feel this sunstone. It's almost like it's like running towards me, and almost kind of clinging on to me, but in a beautiful way, in a real loving dragon hug kind of way. There's going to be some releases still. This next section may well actually be releasing through the family line and family trauma. Because obviously a lot of our personality traits we do pick up from our parents. There always was going to be a showdown in your energy. Everybody finds that at some point in their life they have to have a review and make changes. I'm sure I don't have to remind everybody about the importance of progress. And again, still feeling some negative words releasing, kind of thought forms or criticism from others, such as "it's a shambles," "it's a shame you couldn't communicate," "it's a shame you couldn't speak up," "it's a shame you didn't feel sufficient." And that felt very much like self-talk rather than criticism of from others. And then just heard the question, is your heart making progress? I hope some of you are feeling love. Oh, I've got an Manus crystal staring at me. Do I dare get up? Bear with me. Trying to squeeze in and grab him off the windowsill. I can't remember. I might be Iolite. Anyway, he's speaking up. He wasn't with the other crystals, and he's definitely not for sale. I hope not. The others, yeah, possibly. Mercy. Anyway. Bara program parikaret Mercy. Helping you shift through programs of disaster. Helping you shift through the programs of panic. And then helping your heart to move into forgiveness. Now we're going to be supported by the pendant. Bokai, 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 La Recoupe, La Recobric, Le Kumai, Le Carano, Cobare More, Parequito Sire, back away, 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 Bukai. Now does your heart feel ready to receive? Mika morra buta pere rude brada rude arrentai. Morra mare beto te betakare burra pareketa de tai. Morra na beti ratutai. Morra na beti komartsika bar kurritite se shue. Morra morra puri pita sa morra parka aisa Aisha. Morana behar tusha Aisha. Moranese. Moranase batuta dishki partusha aitus asu. Maratuta pehta se asu. Mikane. Sekode esse. Murkai. Setu, sukoe. Berkushe, se. Basse. Know you're supported. Know you're reaching strength that you never believed you could achieve. Maradu be come arre 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 reka boku chabaraka. This may be strength in knowledge. Mese babo warena kwe. Arre 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 tikoria. Anchoring self-discipline. Arre arre. And yes, there will be a focus on boundary setting. Don't decrease your targets for others. You all have some special targets. Do not let trauma beat you. Some of you may still feel shame releasing. The dragons can help you shift through some significant compromises. Help you put your priorities back in place. This may sound like a release of anger. By the way, you can also enjoy this recording at better times. It will always support your body to release something. There truly are miracles on your journey. Helping you to dance into passions. Helping you to seek praise if it's appropriate. I'm helping you with very distinct energies of creation. Yes. Maybe helping you to be more organized. Maybe helping you to make some strong decisions. Maybe helping you fight your corner. Okay, it feels like I'm pulling to a close and just heard the words mentioned separate recordings. So if any of the crystals are calling you, even if they're not for sale, so for example, I'm hoping this isn't for sale. This necklace that I'm wearing, I like it, and it feels strengthening. But even if it's not for sale, I can send out mini recordings with the crystals. I offer the one-to-one sessions. The price is the price I'm advertising on my website is 111 for kind of a standard one-to-one. Mercy, but that is negotiable figure if you're on lower income. For the crystal readings, I just ask a donation, and I ask that the minimum donation is £10, but they vary in time, so it can be sort of 5-10 minutes. It can be potentially 40 minutes to a full hour. It's unusual. It's that long. They're usually sort of 20 minutes. But again, I ask donations because I never know how long the recordings are going to be. But even if these aren't for sale, say I can do the recordings, or if we agree a price, then obviously, yeah, the recordings are included in the price of the crystal. I can activate your crystals as well. So I've got a couple of clients that regularly send me photos of their crystals, and they don't tend to have the one-to-ones. They tend to sort of send me pictures of their crystals and just have the little mini readings off me. But everyone varies kind of what they prefer. Obviously, I can go a lot deeper into your energy field and do bigger sort of clearances and transformation things in one-to-ones. But yeah, it's entirely up to you. Yeah, so find me for crystal sales. Find me for one-to-ones. I'm happy to have a chat. If you're nervous about kind of how the sessions work. Well, pretty much if it's one-to-ones, it's I do the light language very much like I do now. Your energy will mirror onto me. I will see any distortions, feel any distortions, clear them, and yeah, do the light language. There may be advice coming through. There may be loved ones coming through. It's quite rare that I do that, but you never know, and it's always worth an ask. I know I did a lovely session with me as the client and my friend Christy, who I activated. She started doing sessions with me, and the light language happened, and she feels like a soul sister. She did a light language session with me, and my mom came through, and it made me think, I haven't actually connected with known relatives for months. So yeah, but it's worth an ask. It really is. It's not something I do very often. Anyway, I'll leave that all with you. Yeah, and speak soon, and I'll be back when called. I may brave a live on here one day. Not sure yet. I always do my lives on Facebook, but you never know. I might pop on here and do a live one day. I do the little tiny ones occasionally when I'm out and about, but I don't know. I'll see. I could do with someone that's technical and kind of like talk me through some of the some of the ways of setting my computer up to do these better. But it is what it is. I hope these will suffice. Okay. Thank you. Bye for now.